This is a preview from one of our hair color master classes. In this session, we're going to use permanent hair color to lift the base and blend the gray, and we're going to use a demi-permanent hair color to tone her pre-colored mid-shaft and ends. Let's begin by analyzing what we're working with. Now, she is a natural hair color level 2. She is approximately 80 to 50% gray throughout her hair. Now, we begin this session by applying the permanent hair color to the new growth first. We let that sit for 15 minutes, and then we went in and applied the demi-permanent toner to the mid-shaft and ends. Typically, when we're working with permanent hair colors, there is a 30-minute processing time. But since we're dealing with gray hair, remember 50 to 80% gray, we need to let the permanent hair color sit a little bit longer. We need to make sure the hair is saturated, truly saturated at the roots, so that the white hair can absorb, so that the tone and the hair color can be deposited in the white hair. Now just think about it. When you have two levels of pigment, one zero pigment, that's the white hair, and perhaps a level 2 pigment next to it. Now when the permanent hair color is processing, and permanent hair color, it removes pigments and it adds pigments. So when we're dealing with the pigmented hair, no problem. That's what it was designed to do. But when you go in with that permanent hair color and you're coloring white hair, we need to let it sit a little bit longer so that the white hair can process at the same level as the pigmented hair. Once the demi-permanent toner has been applied to the mid-shaft and ends, we let that process for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we go back in when we cross-check. And when we're cross-checking, we're applying additional product to make sure the hair is saturated. And not only for the hair color pigments, but we add all kind of goodies to the mix. We added collagen, we added B3, and before we even got to this process, we used the Joico Bond Protector. I'm using the foils, number one, for color placement control and to allow the body heat to help the demi-permanent process deeper. In this session, we applied the permanent hair color product to the new growth twice, and on the mid-shaft and end, we applied the demi-permanent toner 3 times. And the reason we applied it 3 times to the mid-shaft and ends is because that hair has already been color processed and it's more porous. Now I know there's a lot of discussion in the textured hair community about porosity, and all that is the hair's ability to absorb, and what causes porosity is damage. Let's get back to this hair color. This is what we were working with. We wanted to lift and blend the new growth, and we needed to tone away those orange ends. When you're dealing with oxidative hair colors, what you see on the hair is not representative of the final hair color product. A lot of times clients and stylists will see the hair color processing and they'll get afraid and think that's the final hair color, and they'll rinse too soon. So you need to allow the product to work, allow the color to process. We go deep into the processing of hair color for textured hair. Now most textured hair is Eumelanin levels 5 and below, and we're dealing here with a level 2 with 50 to 80% gray. Now the color has processed. We've shampooed her hair and we've applied a normalizer. Wet hair always looks 2 to 3 levels darker than it actually is. Remember, this is where we started. She's a level 2, 80% gray, and this is modern hair color for textured hair, level 5 and below. We have a beautiful, cool, bronze, blonde, brown. This is her hair before we dried it, and this is the same section after we used a round brush and an ionic blow dryer. And this is her hair finished. Like I said, we used an ionic blow dryer and we used a ceramic flat iron. This is before and this is after. This is a cool, dimensional bronze brown with blonde highlights. Look how amazing her hair color is. Okay, when you're ready to take your clients to the next level, or you want to take your own hair to the next level, you can come to the salon and we can give you a beautiful hair color transformation. And if you're a stylist, you can take one of our master classes and learn to transform your textured hair clients to a beautiful, healthy, bronze, blonde hair color. I forgot to ask you to give us a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button.